then we can write a new number. So to change the EBX value or the cursor value or the pointer value, we are writing this. Add EBX, remember without third bracket, that means we are using the address, third bracket, EBX, comma 4, right? Now it will change to from 0 to 4. After adding, we have now the EBX address will be 0 to 4. So if it is 0 to 4, let's consider EBX. It's just an example, right? It's just an example to simplify the process. So now it is EBX64. So the pointer is not here. The pointer is now here. Because we have changed the value of EBX. We have changed the address of EBX. Right? So if now we want to save any or write any number, we can easily write in this 4 position because each of the number is 4 position. Now it is possible. Previously it was not possible. Previously if you write, it will be written into the first position, not any other position. So now we have changed the value. Now we have changed the pointer. That's why. Oof, it's so annoying, this Zoom application. So now our EBX pointer is changed. Now if you write the same code, look, it is the same code. Just different number, but same code. Previously, whenever you write this code, the number is stored into this table 1 position. I mean table 0 position. That means in the first position it was stored. Whenever you write the same code, now the cursor or the pointer is changed to the second number. That's why this time you save the value into the second position of the array. Right? That's why if you write any number now, it will be stored into the second position instead of first position. Hopefully you understand. For example, if you want to add into the 4th position, what you need to do?
Add 8.
Add 8 where? For the current position, 8.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you want to add 8. Why 8? Why not 4?
If in current position, if we add 4, then it will be the third array.
Yes, if you add 4, then it's actually go to this 3rd position. But I was asking 4th position. 4th position is 4 more. 4 more means 8 altogether. If you change 8, so this cursor will come here. Okay, this is 12th position. This is the 4th position. So that's how we can access any number or any elements of this entire array. So this technique of this indirect addressing mode, by this we can use this indirect addressing mode to store or to use any number or any position or any elements of any array, which is not possible into our first direct addressing mode. In the direct addressing mode, it was not possible, but in indirect addressing mode, it is possible by doing this technique. Fine. Any question? No questions, so you have understood, all of you. Let me tell you, this is a very popular question in the exam. So it is better you understand it properly. Any question?
Sir, I don't understand it.
Which one?
The EBX is equal to EBX plus 4. That line I don't understand. EBX is equal to EBX plus 4.
Okay, EBX equal to EBX plus 4 means in assembly language, whenever you do the adding. Okay, let me show you the add instruction. in add instruction, this is the add instruction. Add destination, comma, source. This is one variable, this is another variable. So if you write this code, add destination, comma, source, that's destination equal to the destination plus source. For example, if you write add EBX, comma, EAX, right? That means EAX is the source, EBX is the destination. That means EBX, in that case, EBX equal to the EBX plus EAX. Okay, look at this. Look at this one.
Yes, sir.
Actually, very good question that we have not discussed the add instruction. That's why you might have some confusion. This is the add instruction. So if you just look at it, add these two. A destination and source means there are two different memory location. So we have two memory location. So if you write this one, it will be, let's say for example, add A, B, add A, comma B. That means A equal to A plus B. It's very similar you have done in the addressing mode. Remember, 2 address machine, 3 address machine, those same thing. Same thing, exactly same thing. That's why we have written here that EBX, so add EBX, comma 4, that means EBX equal to EBX plus 4. This is destination, this is source. So destination equal destination plus source. All right?
Yes, sir.
Good question, thank you. Any other question?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, if we suppose we are in array number 5, can we, sir, reassign any number, sir, on array 3, like array 2?
Yes, you can.
How can we?
Yes, you can.
How can we?
So let's say, for example, in number 4, 5th position, there is already a number. So it doesn't matter. You move the cursor or you move the pointer to the 5th position, and then you can move any number.
From number 5, we can go back to number 3?
Anywhere. Just need to do the subtraction.
Oh, okay, sir.
That means the main thing is you just need to change the value of this register, because this is a pointer register. It's actually showing that where is that current pointer. So if you change the value of the EBX, your pointer will change anywhere. It can go come and forward and backward, no problem. It depends on the value of the EBX. That's it, nothing else. It's like a pointer. So the value of the EBX is now 4. That's why the pointer is here. If the value of the EBX, if you change the value of EBX is somehow, if you put it 0 again, then the pointer will be here instead of here.
Yes, sir. Then you can reassign any number.
Anything, yes, of course. Right? Another very good question. Thank you. Good question. Any other issue? Any other thing? Think about it. Think about it. We have a very good 2 questions from 2 students.
Sir, I didn't understand one thing. What the relation pointer with EBX? Because when a pointer is changing and EBX is also changed, I didn't understand that.
Actually, the value of the EBX. This is a register, right? So this is a register of EBX. Okay, it is not always necessary that it can be EBX. Just for an example, we are using EBX register, right? Inside the EBX register, we have an address, right? The address is 0 in this case. So when the address is 0, that means our pointer is now in the 0th position. If you change the value of the EBX, let's say now it is 12. The value of the EBX register is now 12. That means the pointer is right now, it should be into the 12th position. Here. So based on the value, based on the address inside the EBX, the pointer is actually changing. Why we need pointer? Wherever the pointer is, in that position we can read or write. We can do our task or activity, right? Because the pointer is now here in the 12th position. We cannot change anything in any other position right now. We have to change that into that position, and then we can change it. So this value inside the EBX register is actually pointing out or referring to the position where is currently the pointer is. By the way, have you ever used Paint or any other kind of software where if you move the mouse, the mouse pointer is also moving. Not this one. In some other, I cannot remember. Maybe. So whenever you move the mouse, I think you can see that the pointer of the mouse, wherever you move the mouse, there are two information, x-axis and y-axis information. So that means that is actually the pointer that where mouse is currently located, the value, x-axis and y-axis value, the value after the mouse is actually showing a number. That number refers that, okay, the mouse is now in this position of the monitor. Same as here, this number 12 inside the EBX showing that our pointer is actually now into this 12th position. Let me see, I can show you that. Is it showing? Not really. Where? Anyway, I was trying to show you. Okay, don't worry. Do you understand what actually I'm trying to explain?
Yes, sir.
Actually, yeah. That means this value is actually showing or representing or giving you the idea that where is our current pointer. All right. So based on this value, we can point out into the array. That's why it is the relationship between these two. If you change the register, your pointer will also change.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Good. Thank you very much for your question. Any other? Please think. The more you think, the more you ask, the more it will be clear to you. Because there are a lot of issues. I know. A lot of issues. I will give you now one example to do the practice. I will give you one scenario. Based on the scenario, based on the code, you have to write this similar kind of code now. So before that, just make sure that you have understood. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, so let me give you that example. All right, so this is your example. Hopefully you can see. This is the scenario. It says that we have one line of code, and it says that store the following values in the mentioned position of that array. This is an array. So these are the values in decimal number, and these are the positions. So you have to write a code. You have to write code, assembly like this code, to do this, to do this array activity. Let's do it, all of you. Please let me know whenever you have finished. Mr. Rizwan Ahmed. Are you there? Rizwan Ahmed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Rizwan Ahmed, can you explain to us what does this mean, the first line? In the meantime, while we are waiting for others, can you please explain the first line? What does this mean? Do you know? Yes or no, Mr. Rizwan?
No, sir.
No. So if you don't know what does this mean, then how are we going to solve this? Huh?
So I'm seeing the slides actually. Studying the book.
But we are discussing during the class. We have discussed today, we have discussed earlier so many times about this. So if you don't understand, then why don't you ask me? Why you come to the class only for attendance, Mr. Rizwan Ahmed?
No, sir. I'm sir. Understand, but I can't.
You understand, but you cannot explain it. So that is not the understanding, Mr. Rizwan. If you don't explain, or if you cannot explain the first line, it is impossible to do this the rest of the thing, because not possible. Don't do this, Mr. Rizwan Ahmed. If you don't understand, please ask me. Don't come to the class only for attendance, please. Attendance is only 5 marks. Rest of the 95 marks you have to achieve by studying. Please, all right? Okay,
Yes, sir, sure.
next one is the Rubaiyat, Mr. Rubaiyat Abid. Mr. Rubaiyat Abid.
Yes, sir.
Same question. Can you explain the first line?
No, sir.
No. Why not?
Sir, Forgot, sir. I have to read it again.
It's not about the reading, it's required. If you don't understand, same thing, how can you do this math or this code? And this is not the first time today that I have discussed this one. So many times. Very sad. Really, really sad. It's actually proof. It is a proof that many of you in the class, not in your section, it's the same thing happened in the morning class as well. I asked 3 of the students, same question, same line. None of them can answer it. Because you actually come to the class only for attendance, say yes sir, go away. And during the exam, if I ask you this type of question, you have a secret Facebook page, or sorry, Facebook Messenger group, or maybe you have a secret WhatsApp group, whatever it is, and then you copy from there. That's how you actually get marks. Many of you, I know that. That is the proof. Trust me, if I give, let's say tomorrow we have one, let's say tomorrow, just for example, let's say tomorrow we have a quiz, and I give the same question to the quiz, 95% will write the correct answer. Although you cannot answer me today, but tomorrow if there is any quiz and if I ask you any question, like same question, 90 to 99% of you give me the correct answer. Magic, right? You cannot explain it to me, but you can answer it correctly in the exam script. Magic. It's actually not magic. It's actually your dishonesty and your cheating and your way of studying. Let me tell you one thing, all of you, that I hope you know that every time I told the previous, every time that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So whatever you are doing right now, like you are not studying properly, you are doing cheating and so many things, you will get your deserved punishment during the undergrad, of course, and of course after the undergrad. That's for sure. That's guaranteed. You can write it down. Last 1.5 years you have done this. Many of you, not all of you. There are so many good students as well, but many of you have done this kind of thing last 1.5 years. Trust me, whatever you are trying to, or if you are thinking that yes, you have achieved something or some marks, best of luck. Best of luck in your life, next life. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Try to learn something. It will be better for you in the future. Rather than just by doing cheating, copying, and get some marks, your marks will not give you any job. That's for sure, 100% sure. Your grade will not give you any job. Guaranteed. So your skill, your knowledge can give you a job, not your marks. Please don't do that. All right. So I hope you have finished in the meantime, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me that quote one by one? First of all, tell me what does this mean? Whoever doesn't know, just explain to them. What does that mean? First line.
It's it's an array. So and
Array?
and
Okay. Wait. Mr. Mahmoud, how do you know that this is an array?
because sir, here it's written times and
Very good. Excellent. Correct. Whenever you see this keyword times, that means it's actually an array. And the name of the array is student. Number of element of that array is 30. Each of the element of this 30 element is dt type, that is defined 10 bytes. And this is the initial value of each of the number. That's what it means. We have discussed this one so many times, nearly 10 to 20 times already, before the vacation and after the vacation. So that means this is an array. And we have 30 elements. Okay, yes, Mr. Mahbub, please continue. How you are going to solve this?
First, we have to write move. Then I took the register EAX. Then move EAX.
Okay, wait. First of all, I write whatever you say. Move
EAX, comma student.
Then student.
Student, yes, sir.
Student. Okay.
That,
so what does that mean? Oh, sorry, student.
it's mean then that the student, we copy the address. We copy the student's address into the EAX register.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Yes, we are copying the initial address of the student array into the EAX register. Fine. Thank you. After that,
Here it's say that we have to go to the second array. So
second element.
Second element. So we have to add
Add
10. Add EAX comma 10.
EAX comma
10.
10. Can you tell me why it is 10?
Because it's each element require 10 byte.
Why?
Because
it's
DT. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you very much. Good. So now we are adding 10 because previously in EAX we have 0, right? So you have to go to the first position to the second position. So second position will start from 10. So that's why we have added 10. Correct. After that,
move
move
third bracket, inside the third bracket EAX.
Third bracket EAX. Wait. Why it is third bracket?
Because we have to set the value.
We have to use the value. EAX.
Then 25.
25 is the value. Correct. Very good.
Then add EAX.
Add
EAX.
EAX.
Comma 20.
20. Why 20 this time?
Because we have to go to the fourth position, and by adding 20 we can go the fourth position.
So what will happen if I add 10?
If I add 10, then it will go in the third position.
Very good. Thank you very much. Yes, correct answer. Because we want to go to the fourth position, so we want to add 20 because we already entered the second position. So we want to go to the two more position forward. So we are going to add 20. Correct. After that,
move third bracket, inside third bracket EAX. Comma 57.
Comma 57. Why 57?
Because in the fourth array the value is 57.
Exactly, because it is asking that 57 the value, we have to copy it to the fourth position. That's why we are moving the 57 into the fourth position. 57. That's why. Very good. After that,
add EAX comma 10.
EAX comma
10.
Now again you are adding 10. What is the reason?
Before this line, the EX value is 30.
Because it is now in the fourth
position.
Right?
Yeah.
It's now
it's 5.
Yeah. So it is in the fourth position. We want to go to the next position, right?
Sir.
So we want to go to the next position.
That's why.
At 10. Yes. Right. After that, move
third bracket EAX.
EAX
comma 255.
255 because it is asking that 255 should move into the fifth position. Yeah. So that is the code. What about the rest of you? Do you agree with the code? Whatever we have just written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any disagreement or any other way we can do that? So hopefully there is no disagreement. That means that is the correct answer. Very good. Thank you, all of you who have already done it. So this is the way we should do the coding. Very, very simple. If you understand what does this mean, if you understand how we can access to any value or any position of that array, of this array, it is quite simple. It is really quite simple to do this task. But if you don't understand, for example, some of you do not understand even what does this mean, then it is impossible to write this code. So please, if still there is someone that who don't actually understand what we are doing, my suggestion is please study a little bit properly. If you have any problem, please ask me. If you don't want to ask me, very good, no problem. You can ask your friend. If you feel shy, if you feel anything else, you can ask your friend, no problem. All right, but please at least try to understand the fact. Otherwise, it is impossible, as I told you, impossible to write this code. Very simple code, but if you don't understand, it is impossible. Fine, so please, you cannot memorize, by the way. You also cannot memorize, impossible to memorize, because in the exam, I will give you completely different scenario. No way you can copy. No way. If someone else actually do it for you, that is the different case. But if you really don't know, it is impossible to do it. So please, as I told you that this is a common question in the midterm, it is a common question in the final. So please practice at home. Right? Good for you. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Subur?
Sir, is it necessary to give the 0 after DT?
0 after what? Which one?
Sir, DT, sir. Data type.
DT, yes, it is necessary, because if you remember about, let me show you. If you remember about our common part, that how we are going to define a variable, that is the mandatory part. Let me show you.
But sir, doesn't assembler initially
here look.
all
Fine, look. The general format of the storage allocation statement for initialized data is define directives is mandatory. Initial value, first initial value, it is mandatory. All right, rest of the value, these are not mandatory. The variable name, sometimes other values may not be necessary, but initial value, mandatory. So it is required that you have to put a value, any value. Okay, because it is our general format according to this Pentium processor. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Maybe you are thinking about the high-level language. Sometimes high-level language put some value. That's why.
Yes, sir. By default, it puts 0, sir.
But sometimes for our safety, sometimes I think always whenever you have a value, sometimes you should equal to 0, right? For our safety, sometimes the compiler, the assembler actually puts some garbage value. You never know. Yes. You never know that there is a garbage value or not. So for the safety, we always start from 0 because it is the initial value. In a high-level language also, it's a very good practice that you start from 0 always. Right?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Any other question? So please practice, as I said, practice this one. In next, we don't have class in the next tomorrow, but we will have class in the next week. So we will try to finish this chapter. The next chapter is chapter number 5. This is very short. It will take half an hour to finish it, and then we will do another practice of arithmetic operation. Hopefully, you will enjoy it. It's very, very easier. I can see some of them. They are in the class previously. Don't know. Anyway, any questions so far? Otherwise, we'll go. I will give you the things.
Sir, if Viva will help, then you will ask question from first term also?
Yes. Yes. You know me, right? Always the exam syllabus is the full syllabus. Always. It will be better for you. It will be better for you because it will be a very good revision because your final exam is the full syllabus, right?
Yes, sir.
Syllabus, so
But,
it will be better.
sir, I have a request.
Yeah.
After finishing second term syllabus, can you explain protected mode?
Yeah,
Because I
sure.
don't understand.
Sure. Because if we have time, please remind me next time. Maybe one class we'll have a review class. Okay? So whenever we have a review class, please remind me. All right?
Okay, sir.
Remind me, then no problem. Or one more thing, you can do one more thing. I think there is one video in the YouTube. You can also watch that one. I will explain, of course, but still for more clarification, if you want to listen again and again, you actually can watch the video. I think I have uploaded one video related to the memory architecture.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Let me give you the attendance. You are section C. All right, CSC 197, section C, Shakil Ahmed, Mohinur Rahman. Oh, okay. Saidul Islam. Mohinur Islam.